Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles have become an unstoppable team since their last adventure. And when the mysterious and powerful Shadow the Hedgehog breaks out of containment, Team Sonic is on the case. Shadow may be too much for the team to handle, leading them to find an ally in an unlikely place. Dr. Eggman is alive, and only his knowledge will lead to the subduing of the ultimate life form. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is the third film adaptation of the iconic blue video game mascot. And no, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive of just how these films came to be. Mainly because I already did that in my review for the second film. But the Sonic the Hedgehog films have been surprisingly good and consistent in quality. The first two films are just delightful family action films, and that's such a niche market. And I really enjoy both of them, even as someone who doesn't have a huge affinity for Sonic. How does Sonic the Hedgehog 3 stack up to the other two? It's not as good, it's better. This is easily the best Sonic film to date. It has a fun and wonderful cast of characters, some great action scenes, and a story that has emotional beats like we haven't seen in these films. And that's owed a lot to Shadow the Hedgehog as a character. I forgot I had that little Shadow plushie. I think he looks good there. Team Sonic is back once again with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Played once again by Ben Schwartz, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and Idris Elba, respectively. Ben Schwartz and Idris Elba really make these characters their own. And for characters who have had so many diverse people voice them, I think that's perfect. I love the movie versions of these characters. And of course, Colleen O'Shaughnessy is great as Tails. She has voiced this character for a long time, so obviously she's going to be great. I didn't really feel like I needed to mention that directly, but I will mention it out of respect to her. And Jim Carrey is still perfect as Dr. Eggman. He is just as animated as the animated characters in this film, and I think that works so well. But Dr. Eggman isn't the only character he's playing in this film, as he also plays Gerald Robotnik, his own grandfather. Not only is it pretty entertaining watching him banter against himself, Gerald Robotnik really allows him to be a bit more devious with the character too. Devious in a way Eggman typically isn't. But that's enough about returning characters. How about the film's big draw, Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog? This is great casting if I do say so myself. Shadow is basically John Wick when you really think about it. So I can see why this idea came so easily. Keanu's natural demeanor really did wonders for Shadow as a character. It really helped him feel like a lost alien or someone who just woke up after 50 years. It helps this CGI character feel extremely real. And of course, Shadow's story adds an emotional layer to this film that really the other two films don't have. The other two films are extremely fun, but this hits on a level that just works so well. And if you know Shadow's story, you know just how heartbreaking it is. This film in general is a lot more mature than the other two films. It's still silly, it's still plenty silly, but it's still mature in its emotional themes, and I quite like that a whole lot. We already know that this is a franchise that learns from its mistakes. Please don't make me mention the dark times. But even down to the human characters, something that is often brushed off to the side by most Sonic fans, they really managed to make the ones in this film work tremendously. The personality and storylines with some of these characters are perfectly in tune with the Sonic world. For all intents and purposes, Donut Lord, Pretzel Lady, and Agent Stone are Sonic characters at this point. They also step up the action scenes tenfold. Family-oriented action movies are definitely a niche market, but these definitely corner it. And the action of the film is so fast-paced and colorful and vibrant and fun, it just feels like you're playing a Sonic video game. In fact, I'd be lying if I said this film didn't make me want to play a Sonic video game. I've heard a lot of great things about Sonic X Shadow Generations. I might have to check that out. And to the person who named it Sonic X Shadow, you knew what you were doing. But I also imagine this film is a dream for Sonic fans. I understand Sonic fans have always gotten the short end of the stick when it came to anything, really. But for them to have 3 movies of such solid and consistent quality, that's gotta be a pretty big win. Oh, and for the record, you don't need to watch The Knuckles Show. I haven't even watched The Knuckles Show. There's nothing in this movie that feels like you're missing a plot point had you not watched the show. However, the show does have this.
The flames of disaster!
Quality meme. But another reason why this is definitely a Sonic fan's dream is because of the fan service. Like it or not, fan service is a thing. And if you're gonna be a fuddy-duddy when you're not a fan and you're not serviced, the door's that way, my friend. There are plenty of moments I feel like Sonic fans are going to be losing their minds over, especially one moment in the climax of the film. We have come a long way from the cabin dance-off in 2. I'll tell you that much. I'm not sure how long these films can go on and be such consistent quality, but if they can continue this quality, I'm there for it. There are plenty of great Sonic characters that they can pull from to make a great film. Personally, I really want a Big the Cat movie. You ever see Lion King 1.5? I want a movie like that, but it's just 90 minutes of Big the Cat looking for Froggy, while the plots of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 are active. Like, he's in the scenes, but he's so laser focused looking for Froggy, he doesn't have a care. I want that movie. Please give me that movie. I'll make that movie. But the Sonic movies are what other video game movies strive to be. They're just so delightful, and I really adore them for that. But I highly recommend you check this film out, as well as the other 2 Sonic films. They're just a really good time. A few months ago, I reviewed the Garfield movie, and I did a bit in that where I ate lasagna. Little known fact about me, I don't really care for lasagna or any form of pasta. And for some reason, that's my highest viewed video ever. I don't know if it had to do with the food or not. So today I have Sonic's favorite food, a chili dog, and also some onion rings because I thought it was fitting. And of course, this chili dog came from no other place than Sonic. The restaurant that has gone 3 movies without a tie-in promotion. Do you think the higher-ups at Sonic are like mad about that? I feel like I'd be. But I thought this would be fun because I don't think I've ever really had a chili dog. I'm really not a chili person. In honor of Sonic, we'll make this happen. You know, bringing up movie tie-ins, there wasn't an Olive Garden reference in this movie. I think the check must have bounced for Sonic.
Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast, too fast, too fast, too fast, too faster!
It set out too long. I'll be honest, I put jalapenos on it and I could only taste the jalapenos. I have an onion ring now. Maybe this isn't the best chili dog to get because it's a Sonic chili dog. But to be fair, I might have ruined it too because I put jalapenos on it. This would have been better warm. I should have done this first. I'll take another bite. This one's for potential Big the Cat movie. Chili dogs are all right, but I don't think I'd get it again though. These onion rings are great though. I hope you all enjoyed this review of the movie and of the food. And if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, I'm Quentin Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic. Here comes the airplane!